Hi, I'm Mike Gafa, Director of Luminex, and I want to talk to you on today's Whiteboard Wednesday about elements of growth, specifically as they relate to our priorities. So thinking about mission, vision, plans, that sort of thing. And even more specifically, these elements, light, water, and fertilizer, and how they apply to those things that matter most for our churches and organizations. So think about your lawn. It's not going to grow if there isn't sunlight, if there isn't some watering plan, especially in the high and parched season of summer, and if you don't from time to time fertilize your lawn. The same is true of our vision, mission, and plans. So what I mean is, in terms of light, we cannot keep those key priorities in the dark. And sometimes we do that. So you hear things from people in your church like, well, gee, I had no idea that we were even working on that. I think I heard that at a congregational meeting, and it was in one ear and out the other. Wow, didn't know we were doing that. And that's on us. So we need to keep the things that are priorities in the light, because that's the only way they're going to grow. In terms of water, just like as we have to water our lawns, specifically in the hot and dry season of summer, got to keep it watering. We've got to do that with our plans too. And so by that, it's just a matter of being persistent, being diligent to work on those plans, to do the tasks, to run the metrics, to make sure that we're moving forward and not just waiting until the next meeting to give an update. Because status updates, if that's all there is, nothing ever happens. So light and water, and then fertilizer. And the nature of fertilizer is it causes a more sort of significant growth at a point in time. And fertilizer needs to be applied sparingly and infrequently, but it has its place. And so, for example, in Luminex, we have a 7-word mission to develop leaders to start and strengthen churches. We're constantly talking about this mission. That's our way of putting it in the light. I'm talking about it now, but we want our mission to be spotlighted all the time, and we don't apologize for that. And then we want to water it, which we do through a variety of means, especially through our Whiteboard Wednesday videos and blogs, all of which point back to those 7 words. That's like putting water on the mission so that it grows. And then finally with fertilizer, we don't just limit ourselves to videos and blogs. We gather people in Luminex leadership events to learn from one another, iron sharpening iron, and that's how we fertilize our mission. So that's just an example, but the question is, how do you do that in your church? And the answer, whatever it is for you, my encouragement is to make sure you do that. Make sure you're moving your plans into the light, you're watering them, and occasionally you're putting fertilizer on them to cause a more sort of growth spurt. Thanks for listening.